Hey yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's Rom back at you again with yet another car video. Well, Christmas holiday is over. About to be New Year's. I was gonna talk about add to that select men and money thing today, but man, that should just be common sense, man. That should be common sense. And plus, that's basically what I talk about in all my books anyway. It's getting you to that level, you know, becoming that man who can knock him out in the bedroom but handle business in the outside world. You know, a gentleman in the streets and a stud in the sheets. So, and that's in my books. And remember, my first book, the first book in that series is published in when 2000. Really before that, this is actually a second edition. It had a slightly different title before. So, and really, the whole thing goes back to 1997. So it's been out all this time, and I've got nothing but testimonies from people who've made that transition and become like that real man. So I said, I don't feel like talking about that now. I was, but coming from the gym, hadn't worked out in a week. But one thing I want to say, how Rom knows the things he knows. Oops. Okay, you rather park there. Okay, cool. How Rom knows the things he knows. Because, I be saying a lot of stuff. And, I don't know, some people be acting like, I don't know, they looking at it the same way. They like, hey, well, what study said this? Or, they can only go by what they seen online and social media. I'm like, dude, I know the old-fashioned way, bro. I'm out here. Even for some people, like you get some, every now and then I get a track. He say, yo, he don't know what's going on. I'll beat the shit out this motherfucker saying some shit like that to my face. Straight up. Because I don't have time for it. I'm out here, man. I'm out here. I ain't like some motherfucker sitting at home and shit. And that's really how I know, man. Ever since I was young, man, I'm just cool with people. I'm cool with people, man. I can talk to anybody, man. I got that street sense, man. I can go anywhere and handle myself social. And I be talking to people. That's how I be finding out shit. Shit. Told y'all when I was young. With my mother and sister, she was technically on welfare and poor. She was living in Southeast D.C. But ironically, in a house owned by my grandmother. My grandmother owned several properties, so my grandmother was more upper middle class. My mother, peace be unto her soul, she was just on her own thing. I don't care how much money you got in a family, you got a relative on their own thing, and that was my mother. I actually had a pony from my uncle. Actually gave me a pony. That's how much money we were rolling with. Went to a beach house most of the relatives had beach homes, but my mother wanted to be on some other shit. But anyway, like I said, rest her soul. But because of that, I told y'all, spent time in Southeast DC, but also Northwest DC. And then lived with my grandmother. Grew up in North Michigan Park, so I've been all over, even in Philly. I was going to school in Philly. Shit, I was hanging out. I was over there by Overbrook, West Philly, hanging out with some of these dudes who also live in Philly, going to different parties, all that. And even when I came back to D.C. for graduate school, still the same thing, still hanging out. And even to this day, like, I don't know, somebody who's just don't have any street sense probably think, oh, I'm just like them and just be on the computer and shit. I'll be just sitting at home. I'll be out all the time. The only thing I do at home, I make videos at home. Sometimes I eat at home, entertain at home, and sleep. If I ain't doing one of those, I'm usually like out. I'm out. I might watch the ball game at home, but that's about it. I'm out all the other time. I can't stand sitting still. And, because of that, I'm always like just talking to people, man. Just talking, man. It's like going to the store now, know several people in there. On the way from that, go to another, know several people. It's like different restaurants, people know me. And then I know people in the neighborhood, man. I just don't spend time online with people. Shit. I know people in the neighborhood and they telling me all this shit. They got friends from old neighborhoods, they telling me some stuff. Everything from players, from guys who have trouble. And especially be talking to a lot of women. Yeah, some I might be involved with, some I'm trying to holler at. And then some are just cool with me and they be honest with me. They don't be saying all this bullshit a lot of women say publicly. They don't be saying all that shit. They be they be on some real stuff. They be like, damn, you said that? You know? It's like, damn. I thought it was just me. Shit, you get some women nice and comfortable. They start talking about what they really want sexually. That's how I know. That's how the stuff I know. Because when I'm out, you know, when Rom doing his thing out here, I'm finding out. And that's been me all my life, though, man. That's been me all my life. Because I'm like, you know, I was always, that was like one term that was always used with me. Cool Rom. Even in high school, I told you I was on some nerdy stuff in high school, some Bama stuff. I was still a cool Bama. Yeah, because I knew where all the parties were. Somebody even said that. Like, the captain of the football team said that. He said, yeah, you cool Bama. It's like, you be dressing like whatever, but you know where all the parties are. Because y'all know, especially DC people, I was at the go-go. I knew where every go-go was. Shit. It was in Trouble Funk. They all dropped the bomb. And EU and stuff. And shit, show them out. If you go on my Instagram, I actually got a video. I'm taking it as I'm like at an EU thing out in this park in the summer. And shit. Y'all would have seen Rob. Y'all seen the camera going like this. But, you know, the thing is, and, you know, on a more serious tip, and I've used this term before I'm about to use, just qualitative research, man. It's just field research. You know, that's why somebody like BGS would call me a field master, man. I know what I know because I get out here and deal with people. I don't, you know, you can look at stuff online, you can look at articles and all of that. That's cool, but I'm that type. I got to get out there and actually see it. I got to observe that shit. If I don't, like, nothing I talk about here, I ain't observed. That's why I ain't big on giving stats on shit. That's why I ain't big. Now, I'll do it, you know, if somebody got something, but I always, like, always qualify. I say, well, yeah, in this study, but, you know, they were only dealing with so many people. And I take them with a grain of salt anyway, man, because one of my million jobs was I used to work in market research, too. Twice I've worked in market research. One is a part-time job, one is a full-time job. People be lying on that shit. People be lying on surveys. You want to see what's up with anybody, get someplace where you can observe them and they don't know you're really looking at them. Then you find out everything. You can find out everything. Sit back. You just sit back. Go someplace. Like, if you like want to see how men and women really interact with each other, go someplace where there's men and women and just sit back. Go get your buffalo wings, sit in the corner, and just sit back and chill. You will see shit. And also, too, one thing people don't know about me, I've actually been professionally trained to read body language very well. I know some people hit me up, though. Hey, can you teach me? No, I don't teach people. No joke, seriously. I don't teach you unless I know you. Unless I know you personally. I don't care. Not enough money for that. I mean, I've shared some stuff with my inner circle, but some minor stuff. But that's one thing. You can look at somebody and tell what's up. Because all I can, like, if I look at a couple, I can tell if they're together now. I take one look. Sometimes you can see it in a picture, how together they are, and I can point out why they ain't. I can tell you the nature of it, everything. Now, if I see them in person, it's a wrap then. You know, and I actually had to do that professionally. I've worked as an investigator. Sometimes I had to hand subpoenas to drug dealers. So you better be able to read them to know, okay, is this going to be an easy hand, or some stuff where I might, have to come out of pocket with something. All right, most of the time it was easy, thankfully. We will discuss what I'm coming out of pocket with. So anyway, yeah, so I know what I know. Get out here, man. And that's why, that's why sometimes when I say stuff, what do I always say? I say, look, regardless of what I say, go test it out. That's why I always say that. I don't want anybody just to follow blindly. Go test it out. Let me know if it works. Go try it. If I say body game, I always say body game. Just take a few months and work on your body and see what it does for you. I've had people do that and they say, damn, Ron, I see the change already. And every now and then, somebody hit me up privately. They ask the right question. I tell them, I give them a little insight, and then they hit me back and say, damn, Ron, that worked. And one dude, he's wondering why he was having trouble. He could meet women, but he's having trouble, wondering why he had trouble, really connecting with them. And I heard what he was saying. I said, well, yeah, when you do it, stop talking about this particular thing you like to talk about. Leave that out the conversation. And, talk to him like this. Gave him a specific way. He hit me back, said, damn, Ron, I did that, and this woman just sucked my dick. Okay. But I know that just from being out here, just from experience. You get a lot of people. I was saying earlier, you get a lot of people, they think just because you older, you ain't gone through any shit or you don't know what's up. Nah, unless you hang out with my motherfucking ass, you don't know where I go. Seriously. And don't be stupid like that. Unless you know for sure, unless you can say, Ron, this is what you do, this, and this. You don't know. And then, like I said, test it out for yourself. Because the reality is people think shit's changed. People haven't changed. People really haven't changed. A lot of stuff happening now was happening back in the 20s, man. Talk to some elders. They will give you some game. Shit, listen to some of these blues songs. Read some stuff about some old school pimps or something, and then you be like, damn, wait a minute, they still doing it. Autobiography of Malcolm X, he tell you some shit like that. I've said that several times. Go ahead and read this. This dude telling you some shit happening in the 30s and 40s. And you like, damn, wait, that's still happening. So anyway, y'all, that's all I got for today. Gotta go to my store, and I guess I get into some other stuff tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, one real quick on Patreon. I give some game there on what to do for on my higher level on some sex any man can really get around this time of year. It's very easy. So anyway, that's on my higher level though. As old school players would say, real game is sold and not told. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.